Hello and welcome to Horizon Overland. In today's video, I'm going to show you my latest build, the 97 Suburban half-ton four-wheel drive. I've actually made a video on that rig, my last video, showing you the condition it was in right when I got it. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. But today we're going to go over the build. More specifically, we're going to go over some new features that I've added on this build, as well as a really cool layout on the 8th generation Suburbans. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, folks, starting the tour of this 97 Suburban four-wheel drive with the exterior, and there's quite a few changes on the exterior. Starting with the very front, the very first thing I did was I painted the OEM grille black for a more of a sportier look. The original color was chrome, so now it's black. And I've also added the grille guard, and it's a very nice grille guard. It fits great on the front, and also I've installed the two 7-inch LED spotlights for extra illumination in, dark foresty areas. So the overall look is absolutely on point, especially with that dark blue exterior. Now, instead of having all that chrome in the front, we have, dark or black accents. The really cool thing about this grille guard is it allows me to keep the factory tow hooks in place. A lot of the previous grille guards that I've installed, I had to take out those tow hooks. The very next thing we notice is these wheels are now black. They used to be chrome. If you've watched the last video, you would know that these wheels came off a GMC Yukon. Now they don't say GMC on them. This is a Chevrolet Suburban, not a GMC Yukon, so it wouldn't be right to have GMC badging on a Chevrolet. These wheels now have 33-inch all-terrain tires for better off-road traction, along with a 1.5-inch lift all around. Next thing we did is we actually removed the chrome trim that was on the fenders. If you've watched the last video, you would notice there was a lot of chrome. The front was chrome, the wheels were chrome. We had some side trim pieces, those were also removed. So overall, this look is way better than before. The chrome and those side trim pieces really kind of make it look dated, even though this body has aged very well. This is a level 3 build, so we do have two 100-watt Renogy solar panels secured tightly on the front side of the roof. And then right behind them, we have a 4-foot by 6-foot roof basket that has two LED spotlights in the back. Another addition was these black side steps. I've installed these black side steps so you can have an easier time getting in and out of it, as well as maybe accessing the content of the roof basket. And overall, the paint looks pretty decent for the age. And like I said earlier, that dark blue on black color combo is really on point. It gives it a much sportier look, doesn't make it look so soft anymore, and it looks just great. So that's pretty much the outside. Let's go ahead and move on to the inside. Okay, moving right along to the interior. Now, if you've seen the last video, really the two major issues with this interior were that this dashboard was broken in a lot of places, and in the middle there was a massive hole that looked like somebody punched the dashboard. Well, this is a new dashboard. Everything looks great now. No more holes, no more cracks. And then also the instrument bezel was also broken, and I did show that in the last video, and now you could see everything is nice and tight. Nothing is broken, nothing is out of place, nothing is shaking. Everything has been fixed and glued together. This was also broken in, and this was glued as well, so you could swivel these, no problem. The stereo was almost coming out, and now it's secured in place, and the trim piece for the stereo has been secured in place. There was a hole right here, and I went ahead and put the LED light switch for the front, and then the one above it is for the rear. And it's nice and easily accessible right on this side of the bezel. The next thing that we notice is that this carpet has now been cleaned. If you've seen the last video, you would see how disgusting it was. Well, now it's probably 80% cleaner looking. I mean, it is clean, but there are still some discoloration. I actually ended up taking all the seats out. I took the entire carpet out and I shampooed it and vacuumed it many times until it looks like this now. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you the back side of the build, but I'm not gonna go outside to open the the passenger doors. I'm actually gonna go to the back from here. So there used to be a center console here and I've removed that. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just go ahead and get up from the driver's seat, walk between these two seats all the way to the back, and I'm actually gonna sit on this seat. I've taken out the bench seat that was here. This is a 3-passenger seating arrangement. There's a bench and then there's a single seat. Well, the bench seat is out and I kept the single seat. And the cool thing about the single seat is when it's folded down like this is the bottom cushion, this is the back cushion. You can actually use it as a seating arrangement. You can probably put some pillows and then you can just go ahead and sit right here. And when you do that, your feet can fit very nicely. I have a size 11 and my feet fit here no problem. You could use the back side of this extension that is folded over. This is the bed extension. It actually folds this way and you could use it as a platform. You can maybe work on your laptop, watch a movie on your laptop, whatever you need to do. You can probably even eat. You can access the contents of the fridge, put the food right here and just have yourself a little table while you're sitting on the back side of the seat. This is the new layout on this rig. We got a 3-passenger SUV and a 2-person camper. Here's your inverter switch to turn on the AC outlet. And then on this side, we have the DC outlet, we have a little battery reader, and then we have the solar controller. Again, this is a level 3 build. Another cool feature that I've implemented is now we have a curtain separating the front from the back. So I didn't push it out all the way. Here we go. So here you go, you got some privacy. And then also we have the usual mesh sleeves that I also include. It's part of the privacy package that's also included in the level 3. So this becomes a very cozy, also open space environment to hang out in. You can go ahead and unfold the platform, which I'm going to do in a second in order to prepare the bed. So let me go ahead and do that. What I'll do is I'll kind of stand up a little bit and I grab the end of that extension and then just kind of let it sit on the ground like this, and then I hop on to the platform and let the mattress unfold as well. This is a 4-inch foldable mattress and now I have a bed. Here we have the side storage. Like you can see on both sides, plenty of storage on top. This is like your little nightstand on this side, one for each person right here. And then there's also a tiny little shelf on top for smaller item storage. So that's what it looks like on the inside. Let's go ahead and move to the back and show you some more changes in the kitchen area. All right, moving on to the back. We open the barn doors to have access to the kitchen area back here. Now, the very first thing that you would notice, a new change on this particular build, is that this is a new stain. This color is called Kona, and then I've actually used, instead of the black handles, I've actually used some nice gold handles. So we have a nice dark brown on gold color combo on this particular build. The second change I've done on this build is I've actually went ahead and bought a smaller fridge. Usually the fridge that I get is about this high. It's a 55 quart that I usually put in here, but this is a 43 quart fridge. Reason why I went with less space inside the fridge is because I wanted to be able to open this pretty much a little bit more than I usually do, so I can access the contents of the fridge very easily, not only from the outside but also from the inside. It sits in its regular location, and it's plugged into the DC outlet, and right below we have USB outlets as well. This is the 5-pound refillable propane tank, and then here you could see the insulation, which is also part of the privacy package that is offered on the level 3. Here we have a platform where the propane stove sits, you know, for cooking, or you could have the stove sit a little bit further back and then use the front area for prepping. This is a 24-inch long platform that you could utilize, and right below the platform is a little cubby area for the stove to store, and then right behind the stove we see the stove, we see the foldable table back there. So those are stowed nice and snug below the platform. So right behind this hatch, you will see the 100 amp hour battery, all the connectors, the 1100 watt inverter, as well as the fuse box. So everything is within easy reach right behind this hatch. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about some more changes, starting with the sink setup. Now you may notice that it's a little bit of a different design to what I usually do. More specifically, now we have a platform big enough to house 2 containers. The reason why we have 2 containers is because this is going to be used for fresh water to dispense into the sink, and this is going to be used for gray water to, you know, for the hose that is connected to the sink to be connected to the gray water container to dispense all that dirty water. Right below the sink, we have a little cubby area, so you could store some stuff here. And this is, you know, this is the sink drawer on soft closing slides. Everything here is on soft closing slides. One more change I want to go over is actually inside this drawer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and you now notice that the topper for the drawer is actually part of the drawer itself. So it's more of a cover that actually acts as a topper as well. So alongside this pull-out platform, you have a topper on this drawer that is built in, that acts as a cover to give you tons of space to do cooking, prepping, whatever you need. And then obviously when you open it up, you have access to all the contents of the drawer. In this case, we have the mesh sleeves, some fridge equipment, the you know, the hose for the sink, as well as the hose for the propane. So everything now is being stored inside this drawer, and then when you're done, you can just go ahead and push the drawer back in, and you know, everything stows away very nice and neat under the platform. So that concludes the tour of this 97 Suburban 4-wheel drive stealth camper build. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It would mean a lot. So until next time, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.